Hello everyone. I'm going to show you in this video how I'm making sure that after 1 year of studying Persian, I will no longer be a beginner. And I'm doing that by using 4 different books for 4 different purposes. And I decided that I was going to do that only right now. Okay, so I just messed around a little bit and I'm now going to tell you how afterwards, so in the month of October 2022, how I realized what I actually did and how I can continue to actually make sure that I will reach an A2 level and that I will be able to go to B1 in 2023. So I'm doing that by using 4 different books. Book number 1 is this book, Farsi for Beginners. Okay, now this book is great because it's quite big, and on the inside it has, as you can see, a big beautiful explanation of the alphabet, and it has these pictures to help you understand some things. At least it's like a children's book. And then it has these lines. Look, it has these lines, and then it really shows you how to write the letters. So here it shows you the order of your lines and how your finger should actually move, and then you can just copy it. It's really amazing. Now the dialogues are quite difficult, so I tried to understand the dialogues, but that was very difficult. So I recommend you use this book to learn the script and to get some idea about how Farsi sounds, but not to get a good understanding of the dialogues, because that's too difficult. So I use this book to learn the writing system. The second book is this book called Colloquial Persian. Okay, now this book, as many others, actually claims that it can bring you to an A2 level. But I think that that's not possible, because that means that you have to do all the exercises. And this book contains thousands and thousands of exercises, but it's not really big. As you can see, it's quite small. I mean, it's fat, but it's quite small. So it's not really enjoyable for me. This book is really enjoyable because it's big, you have some space to write, you know, it smells nice, you can hold it, you know, easily. But this book is big and fat, and there's lots of grammar. So in retrospect, I can tell you that I used this book to understand the basic structures of Persian and to learn lots of words. And what I did, I focused on these dialogues. You can see this is the chapters, and every chapter has 3 dialogues with an accompanying audio. So I listened to the audio, I read the dialogues, and I repeated that many times. I repeated the dialogues out loud, practicing my throat muscles to make the sounds. You know, like you train your biceps, you should also train your throat muscles. So that's what I did using this book. I was using this book to get the basic structures, the basic vocabulary, and the basic pronunciation. Now, the second book that I used, or actually not book, but material I used to read and listen to, was Link. Let me show you my Link profile. So here you can see that I used, I'll move it around for you a bit, that I used all these stories to read and listen to Farsi. So let me give you one example. I have this story. It goes about it is about school subjects. You can see the words, you can click on them, and then it translates it here automatically using Google Translate. So this word means lessons, and I can listen.
درس‌های مدرسه.
درس‌های مدرسه. And repeat the words, right? Now I used Link to get in quantity and quantity reading and quantity listening. That got me up to 1,755 passively known words. That means that I can now understand many words in context. I noticed that when I did my first italki classes with teachers, I was able to understand a lot of what they were saying because of this, and I was able to make some structures and understand some structures because of the book that I used before that, which is this one, right? So that brings, I mean, I'm thinking, because when I say that, because of course it's not like I'm using every book only for that. But when I think back, these books were good mainly for what I'm explaining here, okay? Now, then let me show you the last book, Persian in Use. And that book, I actually haven't used it yet, but I only bought it. And it is this book. It's called Persian in Use from Leiden University, and it's a very beautiful book, okay? It has many audios, many pictures. As you can see, lots of colors and all that. And it claims to get you up to B1. Now, again, I don't think that's true. I think you need many books and many things to get to a level like that in a foreign language as an English speaker. That is as difficult as Persian. So I'm going to use all these books, and I'll make sure that I understand like 80% of what's going on in these books. And I think I will have, at the end of that process, an A2 level, okay? So what I'm going to do with this book, and let me add it on, add it on to the document, is I'm going to use it to get all my passive vocabulary active. So, of course, I've seen all these structures and learned all these words actively and also passively. Actively by repeating them using this book, and by writing words using this book, and passively by understanding whole stories while listening and reading on link. But I cannot really use all those words in a conversation or in a text when I write a text. And that will be the goal of Persian in Use. I'm going to use the exercises to really get all the stuff that I know subconsciously in my conscious memory or in my active vocabulary. And then I'm going to try and use that, of course, during classes with my teachers online. So that's the plan, and I hope I will actually make it. Of course, at the end of this year, I'm going to show you in a video that I have the level by either doing a test or showing you a whole class or something like that. If you have ideas about that, then please let me know. And also, if you feel like it, please write down in the comments how you are making sure that you're no longer in beginning in your language, a beginner in your language. So I see you when I speak better Farsi. Ciao.